Hi guys, today I'm going to be reading Max Almighty, Chapter 3, Back to the Dark Down Under. The first thing I do when I get back down under is back flop on the bed, my bed, and stare up at the ceiling while my brain goes, "You're an idiot. Now the gangbangers will be after you. You're toast, you moron. Toast." The down under in this room in the basement with cheesy paneling and an old rug that smells like low tide. Not that I'm complaining. The down under is my very own place, my hidey hole from a big bad world. My grandmother wants me to move upstairs to the light of day. She says, but I'm tired for a while, and thanks, but no thanks. It's really bad, but I can still crawl under the bed and just fake out until my brain starts working again. There are all kinds of books and games and junk lying around, but I'm not really in the mood. All I want to do is stare up in, at the ceiling and try to figure out why a scrawny girl would make such a big deal out old Madness Helmet. I mean, she really went ballistic over it, right? Totally bonkers. Maxwell, are you there? That's Graham, who raised me since ever since my mom died. She's calling down from the cellar stairs, like she always does. Just checking to see I'm not doing something stupid, like making my own firecrackers, which I don't do anymore since we had a small explosion. Really small, but I guess it sounded pretty bad from upstairs. "Supper's almost ready," she calls from in a cheery grandma voice. "Your favorite spaghetti and meatballs. That hasn't been my favorite for about 5 years, but I haven't got the heart to tell Graham because she's tried so hard. She and Graham are old and out of it. They are my grandparents, my mother's parents. They're okay most of the time. Grim still has this way looking at me sideways, like he can't believe his poor dead daughter gave birth to this huge beast of a boy. Monster Max, the thing in the cellar, but mostly he's a pretty neat old dude. If you don't mind hearing stories about the war from the umpteenth time and how when he was alive, the grass was greener and the air was cleaner and nobody wore t-shirts with rude words on them. No bad teachers back then, I say. Those yellow stars, they pinned on 6 million who got sent to the gas chambers. And he'll shake his head and say, "I give up. The boy reads too many books. Like he's been testing me and I passed because once upon a time I could read worth beans. And like he says, my brain is now the big sponge that soaks stuff up." And he's still kind of surprised. I'm not as stupid as I used to be. Of course, if Grim knew I'd been messing around with a gangbanger, he'd figure out I was really retarded after all. The next time I see Worm is on the bus. Normally, I walk home from school, but that day, the whole junior high went on this field trip to the Museum of Science, where they've got a lot of neat stuff, like a giant see-through model of a human intestine and robots that talk like R2-D2. And this is really excellent planetarium where they can make the stairs look like dragons breathing fire in the sky. The bus is super crowded, so I never noticed Worm until we're almost home. She's all scrunched up in one of the seatways, down in the back, reading her paperback book, a thick one, too. All around her her and the other kids are going mental and making faces out the window and yelling goony stuff. She never takes her nose out of the book. When the bus driver finally comes to stop her, he opens the door and waits, like he knows what's happening next. What happens next? The really strange thing is Worm gets up from her seat but she never stops reading. She walks down the aisle with the book up close to her eyes. She doesn't look anywhere else, not even as at her feet to see where she's going. Like nothing. She's going to stop her reading, not even for as long as it takes to get off the bus. She keeps reading, even when some other of the other kids make fun of her. Bookworm, bookworm, ugly little bookworm. Worm acts like she doesn't even hear them. As far as she's concerned, she's not even there. She's walking inside her book, and nobody can touch her because of what happened. When I saved her minor hamlet, I'm figuring she'll at least glance at me when she goes by, but she doesn't even notice me, which, if you know how big I am, is like noticing an elephant in your living room. Weird, definitely weird. Even when she's off the bus, she doesn't stop reading. She walks away from the bus stop, heading from the grimy end of the town, but she never takes her nose out of that book. Yet, hey, Frankenstein, what are you looking at? Nothing, I say, but everybody's laughs. They go Max and Bookworm sitting in a tree. Kissing. But they're wrong because I'm not agree for any girl. No way. Okay, guys, I'm done. Bye. Hope you enjoyed this segment of Jacob Reads.